Geometry Dash will never stop becoming more difficult as more and more players are pushing the limits of the game and creating the most difficult levels. As players get better, these levels eventually get beaten, and it encourages others to make even harder levels. This is the reason there are so many top 1s right now. As you may know, Tartarus is still the #1 demon and has been for well over a year. Over time, a lot of other levels harder than Tartarus have been created or are being created. They could either be really good or really bad. But which upcoming top 1s are the best? Hello, it's Force Whistle, and in this video I go over 27 different upcoming top 1 demons and rate them from worst to best. This list is heavily based on my opinion. If you want, you can comment what your opinions are. I'm happy to check them out. Anyways, I do know in the future some of them can be a lot better than they currently are right now, so my opinions will definitely change later on, but I'm listing them based on what I think about them right now. I did make some requirements for the levels to be on the list. First is that, of course, they had to be eligible as a top 1. The second thing is that it has to have at least a couple to a few decorated parts in it. So top 1s that are only layouts as of now will not be included. And third is that it has to be unfinished or unverified. Otherwise, what's the point of being upcoming? I'm no professional level reviewer, but I'll still try my best to show what I think about each level and why it is where it is. Again, this is based on my opinion, so just know that while watching. Also, huge thanks to Reno for helping me make this video. His channel will be linked in the description. Anyways, sit back, relax, and hope you enjoy this video. First up, we have Africa's Circles by Linear. Now, I don't want to give too much criticism, but the reason I say it's the worst upcoming top 1 is because 90% of the gameplay is literally 9 circles, and there isn't really much else to the level. There is really nothing unique about it, and it just seems pretty boring. Although the decoration for a 9 circles level is pretty decent, I still think it could be better. I would really like it a lot more if there was some more gameplay in the level besides 9 circles, then it would be more interesting. Other than that, I just see it as another 9 circles level and nothing more. Next we have Cimmerian Shade by Shukketsu. This is a pretty old level that was made around 4 years ago, and it is pretty interesting to say the least. Its gameplay is very questionable, and the decoration isn't that good either. But for the sake of this video, I'm using what I think is the best decoration remake, which is by Pentium. I also heard that Asuler is remaking the decoration for the level, and hopefully it turns out well and makes the level a lot better than it currently is now, as I feel like it really needs it. Next up is Anathema by Necrodox, and it is a sequel to Revenant. This level has been through a lot as it was forgotten and is now being revamped and hopefully finished after 3 years. It is definitely better than it was 3 years ago, but I really don't have much interest in the level anymore. In my opinion, the style isn't that exciting compared to other levels in the list, and the gameplay is a bit awkward in a couple spots as well. But as I said at the beginning of the video, I'm rating them based on where they are at as of right now, so this will probably be a lot better in the future. Anyways, hopefully this will finally get finished after it's a long time in the making, and I hope to see it do well in the future as well. Death Quarter by Kugelblitz is a remake of the old Death Quarter by Chaotic Jumper. Death Quarter is a notorious level in the community as an old impossible level. Kugelblitz has tried to verify a couple different versions, but this one is deemed the official by Chaotic. This level looks way better than the original version and is probably also the best remake of it as well. Although I would say the level is pretty low quality compared to other upcoming levels, and it just isn't as interesting as it used to be. I can't really judge the gameplay since it didn't really change from the original, but hopefully Kugelblitz can regain his skill and come back to this level and finish it once and for all. Shukketsu is a level that is being hosted by Yuko. The level started around 2.5 years ago and is basically inspired by Colorado, if you couldn't tell already. The level has gotten a revamp before this version, which I would definitely say it's better. So far, the level is almost finished, having only the last 20% not finished. The decoration in most of it seems okay, but some of the sections are a bit empty compared to other parts. I could say the gameplay seems pretty good for the most part since you could see what you're doing most of the time. To me, it seems pretty fun, while watching it at least. Overall, I think this level can be pretty good if some parts get more decoration to stay alike with the rest of the level. Good luck to Yuko on finishing this in Hyperlift on verifying. Next up is Taron, which is being hosted by Brigadas. I think this is a very unique level. The gameplay is pretty chill and intense at the same time and seems pretty fun to play as well. It did have a revamp on the gameplay, and I think that was a very good idea as the first set of gameplay wasn't that great. I had to put it lower because there are currently only 2 decorate parts, and it's hard to judge a level when there isn't much deco in it yet. With the 2 decorated parts so far, I really like the style of them, and hopefully that style will stay alike throughout the level when it eventually gets finished. I can see high hopes for this level, and hopefully it looks amazing when it's finished. Next we have Misanthrope, which is a mega collab being hosted by Britank88. This level is meant to bring OG and well-known players around the community and get them together to make an entire level, well specifically the gameplay. This was originally my favorite upcoming top 1, but I then realized that the decorated parts in the level so far don't go really well with others, as some of them have completely different styles. Some parts are also lower quality than others. Gameplay wise, I'd say it's pretty decent. Some parts got changed to make them better than before. However, some of the parts are really generic, making them feel different than others. I really hope this level can be put together and end up as a really enjoyable level with good decoration and gameplay in the end, because I really do like this level and I want to see it do well. Next, we have Orochi by Novel Boy. Orochi is a 2.0 level star by Platnu. When Novel Boy realized it was going to be impossible, he convinced Platnu to make it barely possible. After being picked up by Novel Boy and doubling the length of the original level, it's still a decent looking top 1, but multiple things drag it down, one of which is the decoration for the first half of the level. It is very outdated compared to the decoration in the second half. In terms of gameplay, I could say most of it is decent, but there are a couple weird spots here and there. The progress of the level is very slow right now as it's not getting any new updates, the last being almost a year ago. Overall, it's a really nice level so far. Let's hope that it gets the changes it needs to become an amazing top 1. Doom is a solo top 1 made by Chris Has a Lisp. It probably has the most unique gameplay out of any of the top 1 levels. All the dash orbs and weird timings make it pretty cool to watch. I can't really judge how it would be playing through it, but I think most of the parts would be enjoyable to play. Decoration wise, most of it is pretty decent, but some of the glow makes it hard to see what's actually happening in the level. But otherwise, the decoration is fine and really fits in with the gameplay as well. I would just say polish some things here and there, and it is a pretty nice top 1. Next, we have Sakupen Circles, originally by Nick24, which is an old Impossible level which recently got revamped by Muffy. Several individuals are also making redecorated parts of the level. The decoration is basically taking the original deco and improving it a ton. Unlike a lot of newer 9th Circle levels, which are really modern, this one keeps its decoration very generic and similar to its original decoration, which I really like, especially with this level. It's so cool seeing levels that were once considered impossible being verified. Let's hope the Verify are cursed can verify this legendary impossible level in the future. Firework is a mega collab hosted by Burnham and Cherry Team. This level is currently very close to being verified by Trick, which currently has 91% on the level. What makes it even more impressive is that he got 91 on the buffed version he had made to be harder than most other upcoming top 1s. Although the gameplay can be quite weird at times and it is probably frustrating to play as well, but I think the decoration is pretty unique because it isn't seen in many levels now. This level is very intriguing to watch, having the eyes be drawn to the incredible tight timings throughout the entire level. Hopefully Trick can verify this beast soon and get the top 1 it deserves, as it probably is the closest top 1 to be verified. Next we have Acheron, hosted by Riot. This was known as the sequel to Tartarus, but Riot confirmed that it was not a sequel, despite the similarities to Tartarus. The gameplay is very interesting to say the least, as it will test people's consistency with different gameplay aspects throughout the level. The decoration is 1.9 style and I really do like it for its time. Probably one of the best 1.9 deco I've seen. Overall, it's a very interesting level and hopefully this gets verified at some point as well. Next up is Deimos, which is being hosted by GD Skelly. This level has been in the works for a long time after being picked up by Skelly. Its decoration is really good, except several parts do look more clean than others, and several parts also have different style to them as well. The gameplay is decent, but some parts can be hard to read. I do really like the overall atmosphere to the level, which brings it up for me. I'm also pretty sure the level is getting revamped, so hopefully that turns out a lot better and makes the level more clean as a whole. Hope this gets finished once again at its better state so we can see how much the level has improved.
Better than living, is it not?
Silent Clubstep is a very old and impossible level that was created by the real Salient back in the 1.8 update. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the redecorated version that was originally being hosted by Electro, but was later given to Real Vet. So far, the level seems to be finished, or close to being finished. The gameplay is the same as the original, so I can't really judge that. The decoration is amazing and is very smooth, and all the parts feel alike to each other. The only thing I don't really like about it is the decoration doesn't really resemble the original level. I don't really know if that's a problem, but that's just what I think. Otherwise, I think this level is very good decoration wise, and hopefully this could get verified at some point as well. Next up is Abyss of Darkness, which is being hosted by Nero. Now originally this was more at the bottom of the list, but I moved it up because of the redecoration it's getting. The new decoration definitely makes it way better than it was before, but the gameplay didn't change at all, which is totally reasonable. I really think Nero went in the right direction by hosting a redecoration for the level, as it was pretty bad before. Nero made the verification open to several people to race and beat it, as Dils dropped the level for personal reasons. But overall, the level is pretty interesting to say the least, and I'm excited to see it finished and hopefully verified. Edge of Destiny is a collab hosted by CD Music and is a remake of the very popular level, Blade of Justice. This level has stunning visuals by experienced creators from AP Team, and it really freshens up Blade of Justice as well as being the unnerfed version. Otherwise, there isn't really anything else special about this level except for its insane decoration. It's exciting to see the unnerfed version come back in a positive way. Overall, very good remake, and good luck to AP Team, CD Music, and Poltergeist on verifying this insane remake. Next up is Silent Circles. Yes, Silent Circles. Not the impossible one, but a remake by Zynevire. This remake was in the works for around 3 years after being revamped once before finally being finished. I think this is amazing as it resembles the original level in the modern style, and it even has an extension which is also done really well. So far, the verifier Dolphy has gotten 65% and 33 to 100 on the level. Hopefully this will get verified soon so we can see this level finally out. Next up we have Anemesis by Lime. Anemesis is a remake of yet another very popular level, Athanatos. Anemesis has very good decoration and it stays like to the original, which is normal in a remake. But what makes it better in my opinion is that it has a huge extension which really makes it feel more special and kind of its own level, even though it really isn't. I feel like that's what makes this level a really good remake and not just a redecoration of an old level. Hopefully it gets verified in the near future as Swyborg currently has 68% on it. Good luck to him. Next we have Amethyst by Mist and More. This level is heavily inspired by the Golden as seen in the gameplay. Speaking of the gameplay, it is very well done in my opinion. It seems very enjoyable and unique, bringing ideas from the Golden and making them better. The decoration in the level so far hits as it really catches the eye and I think is done very well. One thing that I find a bit off are the moving objects as they seem a bit fast and hard to react to, but hopefully this gets changed later on. Overall, very great level and hopefully we see this finished and verified in the future. Eternal Night is a level entirely made by Electro. If verified, this would become the hardest solo level since Sonic Wave, or if Doom gets verified first. Anyway, since it was first created, it has gone through 2 big updates and is currently going through its final one. Overall, the gameplay seems really fun and enjoyable, but the decoration makes it a whole lot better. I think the final version is going to look absolutely incredible. The one thing I don't like about this level as much is the transitions. Yes, they're good, but it seems a bit plain, especially for how good the rest of the level is. But that's just what I think. Hopefully that becomes better in the final version. This is probably my favorite solo level in GD right now, and I hope to see it verified at some point. Next we have Cosmic Cyclone, which is being hosted by AP Team. Cosmic Cyclone is a remake of the original sequel of Sonic Wave with the same name. The decoration is very cool to look at, like the first cube in First Wave. What I also like about it is it doesn't have too many decoration similarities with Sonic Wave Infinity, making it feel like its own unique level. The gameplay also seems pretty fun to look at, though I don't know about playing it. Although the first ball seems a bit weird in a few parts because of the weird timings, but that's just what I think. Currently, all the decoration is done and we'll hopefully see the verification process soon and have it upload to the servers.